Hey guys, it's a rainy, misty type of day, so I'm gonna keep it simple. I've got some chicken quarters. I'm gonna get them seasoned with a good barbecue rub. I'm gonna hook them and hang them in my drum smoker. I'll show you how even in conditions like this, you can still enjoy great barbecue. So stick around, we'll see how easy and fun this is. All right, we've got 5 chicken quarters, and what I did to get these quarters ready was yesterday I brined them in a solution of water, kosher salt, brown sugar, and Tabasco just to get a little bit of kick underneath that skin. So I let it sit in the brine for about 8 hours, and then after that I took it out of the brine, put it on this rack. I put the quarters back into the refrigerator and I just let them sit just like this overnight, because what I wanted to do was to get this skin as dry as possible. So now I'm gonna just hit them all with some duck spray. And I've got some Meat Church Holy Gospel barbecue rub. Now you can use whatever rub you like. Even if you just want to do salt, pepper, garlic, that works. I really like this Holy Gospel rub. I think it's gonna taste great with this chicken. But if you know me, there's always a twist. And I've been sitting on this Malcolm's Jam and Jerk Caribbean seasoning for quite a while, and I haven't used it on anything. So I'm gonna do 1 quarter with the Jam and Jerk. So this is like a pitmaster's choice. So you know this one's for me. Just give it a little bit of a pat. I'm just gonna repeat the process. Super simple. Just hit it with some duck spray. Got my Holy Gospel rub. Make sure I get all the sides covered. And again for this last one, Malcolm's Jam and Jerk Caribbean seasoning. I love a good jerk chicken wing, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how this compares. Again, give it a good pat. Don't have to pat too hard. Trying to make sure that I get as much of the rub as I can to adhere to the meat. So that's why I hit it with the duck spray. You can use whatever kind of spray you want. You could use Pam, olive oil spray. You don't even have to spray. If all you've got at the house is just olive oil in a bottle, vegetable oil, you can use that. Whatever you've got, keep it simple. All right, we're gonna let this hang out while the smoker comes up to temperature. And once that's done, we'll get them on the smoker. But actually, before I let them hang out, I almost forgot. I need to hook these bad boys, so we're gonna do that right now. We're gonna insert these hooks into each of the chicken quarters. All 5 quarters are hooked, ready to go. So once we get the smoker up to temperature, we're gonna go ahead and get them on and just let that heat and smoke do its thing. For barbecue chicken, I do like to cook a little hotter than I would normally for most other things. 275 to 350, I'm okay with. As long as my cooker is somewhere in that range, I'm good, because the hotter temperature will really help render out that skin and make it less chewy, less rubbery. Now my Hunsaker has already reached 300 degrees. Didn't take long after I finished seasoning the chicken and everything, so we're ready to go. I am gonna do a little bit of monitoring at the early part of the cook just to make sure I get it dialed in, because the temperature will drop once I open that lid, and it might spike back up when I close it after I put the meat on. So let's get it open. Doesn't get much easier and much more fun than this. I mean, it's a lot of fun to hook the meat and just let it drip. Those oils, those juices, the grease, just drip, you know, over those hot coals. And there's my special pitmaster choice. We'll put that on the end and even that out a little bit. That's what I love about the drum. You can get a lot of meat in there, and it just looks pretty darn cool having that meat hang like that. I'm just gonna monitor the temperature of the smoker for a little bit until I'm satisfied that it's perfectly dialed in somewhere between 275 and 350. And then I'm just gonna let the chicken quarters do their thing. Looking to take them up to around 175, 180. I will check them periodically with an instant read thermometer. So I'll probably come back and start checking it after 1 hour, and then that'll give me a good sense of how much longer it'll take to get to my desired finishing temperature. This is really easy. We're 1 hour into this cook. I thought I would need to check on the temperature just after I put the meat in. Right now it's sitting at about 305, and I haven't had to do any tinkering. Truly set it and forget it. I just want to take a peek, see how these drum quarters are coming along. Check this one out. And this one's coming in at 154, 153. So it's coming along pretty nicely. At this point, I think I can close it back up and just keep checking periodically. Again, I'm looking for 175, 180. Looks like the weather is starting to get a little bit unstable out here. I'm starting to feel some raindrops, so I do want to get my camera equipment back inside. So the next time we'll do a check-in, these chicken quarters will be done and off of the smoker. We'll let you see how they look, see how they taste. Here are the chicken quarters. Again, I kept my temperature at around 300 degrees inside of the smoker. If you're curious, this one right here is the one that was seasoned with Malcolm's Jammin' Caribbean Jerk seasoning. The other 4 are Meat Church Holy Gospel Rub. Now I'm gonna let these chicken quarters rest for a few more minutes. I'll take the hooks out, and I am just dying to try this one right here, that Caribbean jerk seasoning. I want to see what Malcolm's Jammin' Jerk is all about with that chicken. So that's the one I'm going to try. These chicken quarters have rested. I just can't wait to see how it all turned out. Again, we're going to start off with the one that has Malcolm's Jammin' Jerk. And I'm just going to bite right into this drum. It has good flavor. It's a little different than what I was expecting. Got to get another bite to see if I can really describe it. It's got some kick, it's got some heat. So you definitely want to make sure you don't go too heavy with this. Pretty sure my wife is not gonna be a fan. She's not a huge fan of spice, so I think that's gonna be too much kick for her. And I'm loving how the skin turned out too. As I'm making a mess, little pieces are falling on the floor. Fortunately, I'm home by myself. It's good because I didn't really want to put it down. I usually do my jerk wings with Walker's Wood mild jerk seasoning, and I was really trying to compare it to that, and it's not the same. It's surprised me by how different it is from that, but I guess I shouldn't be surprised. When I use the Walker's Wood, I let that marinate over at least 4 hours, maybe overnight, and those flavors really just come across as just authentic jerk to me. The Jammin' Jerk, it's just got a different taste, and it's a good taste, a good flavor. It's got the heat. I think it's got more emphasis on the heat, the pepper. I haven't looked at the ingredients. I'm not really sure. I pick up the saltiness. It's good. I mean, like I said, I didn't want to put that piece of chicken down, and I can't wait to get back to it. But it's just different. I don't really see them as being like same category. I know it's Malcolm's take on Caribbean flavors, but I still think if you're really looking for the authentic jerk chicken, I think I'm still gonna lean more towards the Walker's Wood, but This is good as well. It's just different. The Holy Gospel, I'm not gonna taste it right now. I've had that one many times before, and I use that Holy Gospel rub on just about anything and everything. I love it on corn on the cob, goes great on most vegetables, goes great on chicken. It's a really good all-purpose type rub. It's not too spicy, not too sweet. Kind of brings just enough of everything. I don't want you to think that you need to go out and buy a store-bought or something that you order online. You can make a great combination at home with spices that you already have, especially with chicken. You really just about can't go wrong. Just make sure your proportions are in order. Don't go overboard with the salt. Don't go overboard with the heat, like with pepper, especially if you mess around with the cayenne. Keep everything in proportion. You will be fine. You don't need a drum smoker in order to do this cook. Any smoker that you have, any grill that you have, you can accomplish the same thing. Just follow those simple basic steps. To recap, I did a brine for 8 hours just to really try and get as much flavor on the inside of the skin as possible. Then I let it sit in my refrigerator overnight to really try to dry out that skin. In the end, you'll thank me for it because you'll have a better bite-through chicken. Get it out on your smoker. Keep that temperature around 300 degrees. If you go, 250, 225, your chicken is probably gonna be really chewy. That skin is gonna be chewy, kind of rubbery. So increase the temperature when you're doing chicken. Go for 275 and up. You're gonna have a nice skin on that chicken. Use an internal meat thermometer, instant read. Make sure your finishing temperature is 175, 180 if you're doing dark meat like I did, chicken thighs, chicken quarters, drumsticks. If you're cooking a chicken breast, go to around 165. That white meat is going to be a little bit different, and you don't want to dry it out by taking it too high. So follow those basic steps. Let me know what type of rubs do you like on your chicken. Love to hear what you think. Give me your feedback. One more thing before you go. If you like this recipe and you want other easy to follow barbecue recipes, I have an easy to follow ebook of recipes with 8 simple barbecue recipes for your backyard. It's yours free. All you have to do is go to my website, backyardsmokemaster.com/recipes, and I will send that recipe guide to you. My name is Kenyatta Robinson. Take care. See you in the next one.